So let's talk about Evolving Skies really quick. And I was thinking about this last night, right? I was thinking about the investment strategies of Pokemon, right? And I think Evolving Skies, as great of a box it is, as great as of a product it is right now, right? And it'll continue to be. I'm not even saying that it's gonna go down, nothing like that, or Evolving Skies is gonna crash. No, no, no. Like obviously there's gonna be some dips and stuff like that over time. But overall, Evolving Skies, I mean, that's Pandora's out of the box. That product's going to appreciate for years down the road, right? My argument is not against Evolving Skies, nothing like that. I have no argument. Just perspective, right? And I'm using Evolving Skies as my example. So I think with Pokemon investing, right? I think a lot of people get this wrong. Okay. People get it wrong when they see a booster box, they see a new set that comes out, right? And as soon as the new set drops, right, for investors, because there's going to be a lot more people, there's going to be vast amounts more people who are going to open the product, right? There's only going to be few investors in the market that want to hold on to the sealed product over time, right? And as time goes on and there's more content about investing in Pokemon and investing in collectibles in the collectible world, the CCG world and stuff like that, that's going to create more investors, okay? Because people want to park their money, people want to invest, people want to make more money, um, and that's just an interest that people are going to gravitate towards as time goes on. There's going to be more investors. I think a lot of people that get wrong investing in Pokemon is simply buying product, buying it all, whatever you want. Let's just use Scarlet and Violet for really just for the sake of example. Let's say I go buy Scarlet and Violet products. Let's say I go buy like a case, 6 booster boxes in one case. And as soon as I buy this case, immediately the investor starts to think. I say investor, these are not real investors. Because if you think this way, then you're truly not an investor. You're really just looking for the quick money, right? The investor starts to think, okay, when is it going to go up? I want this to go up. When is it going to go up, right? And right when you buy that case, you don't open it. You put it off for a while, right? People grow impatient because investors that are, for whatever reason, just want a quick flip, right? A quick flip on what they've bought, and they want that to start appreciating after like few weeks after they bought the case, okay? And you'll notice that prices on most products are going to dip in the beginning. In the beginning, when a new set launches, the set's going to go down in price, and that price can stay down there, or it can keep going lower for many months to come. It can be a long time before you start seeing a price increase on that product. Okay, that is even. I'm not even mentioning reprints, right? You can hold on to that for a single year. As soon as it come out the reprint, that's 10, 15, 20% for the whole set, right? And that's where a lot of investors get in trouble, right? Investors get in trouble by them buying the product and their expectations are all disappointed. They're all disappointed by their high expectations. And as soon as the boxes start going up a little bit and then there's a crash, then it's like, okay, that set's going to zero. I need to liquidate. Got to sell this off so I can at least get some money back. And then the investor loses 25%, right? So my example of using Scarlet and Violet, the reason why I use Scarlet and Violet is because it's such a low price right now. The buyers that bought the cases, right, bought cases and booster boxes, right, thinking right away, as soon as I buy this, this is going to go to the moon or something like that. Not even to the moon, but let's just say appreciation starts to occur, which it didn't. And it's really, really hard for a booster box to even start appreciating after a few months after launch. Very rare that happens. Very, very rare, right? Even the later Sword and Shield products like Brilliant Stars, what is it? Lost Origins, Silver Tempest. Like those did not start appreciating right away, right? And matter of fact, those are actually appreciating a lot faster than I anticipated because Lost Origin is like only like 8 months old. Silver Tempest is 6 months old at this point, right? Those are going in price. Those already went up like 15%, 20%, right? Very rare that that really happens. Okay. And let me go back to my point. The people that bought Scarlet and Violet, base cases and boxes and stuff, and then just they looked at the data of the Sword and Shield. Lost Origin came out, and then a few months later, it started to appreciate. Silver Tempest came out. 2 months later, it starts to appreciate. People got used to the short-term holds and the short-term sell, right? Whereas now we're in 2023. Things are changing. Markets are swinging, right? Right now, markets are down, and crypto stocks, right? I think we're at the tail end of this bear market, but just because we're at the tail end of this bear market doesn't mean everything's gonna just start going right up. Because everyone assumes that the tail end of a bear market just transitions right to a bull market. That doesn't happen, right? It could happen, but the likelihood of that happening, not looking like, especially in a very high interest environment, right? The Fed keeps raising more interest rates, or keeps raising interest rates. We don't know if they're going to keep raising interest rates by the time it's like, I think it's this month, they do another they're going to do another meeting, the Fed, right? About the possibility of doing another hike on the interest rate, right? Right now, it's already at 5.5% right now, interest rates nationwide, right? But it looks like interest rates, even if they don't raise the rates, interest rates could be elevated for quite some time. And when you have an environment that's a very high interest environment that's elevated, that's going to continue to stay elevated, that's just going to continue to basically hurt the consumer, right? To buy luxury goods in this consumer market. So that's what we're seeing right now with Scarlet Violet. I already predicted Paldea Evolve is going to be nothing different, right? And you guys have to understand that we just came out of the biggest bubble in our lifetimes. Out of the COVID dips, the COVID bull run, right? That will be the biggest bubble that we will ever witness, unless, God forbid, there's another black swan event like COVID. Hopefully not. But we saw it. We witnessed it and we saw it, right? You should all, like, a lot of you guys should go to 2020, 2021 and look at charts and just eggs out 2020 and 2021. Pretend those years did not exist. Okay? Because everything went up. Everything shot up. Everything. It was so artificially up with everything going up. And then we've had this bear market since middle of 20, or well, like towards the end of 2021, right? That's when it started in this bear market, right? Anyways, let's go back to Evolving Skies. Why do I bring Evolving Skies up? Okay. I think Evolving Skies is a great example because you have to understand that 2 years later, people still want Evolving Skies. People are still looking for Evolving Skies. Anywhere they can find Evolving Sky packs, people are going to buy it. Okay. You have to be able to look, as an investor, you have to be able to look at the public sentiment on a particular set, right? In order to dictate whether or not you believe this product, this set, is going to go up in price in the future. What is the public sentiment? People love Evolving Skies. Okay. Let's use another example. Lost Origin. That has a chance to appreciate very well in the next coming years. Silver Tempest. Another great pick for long term. There's short term and long term. Let's look at short term. Short term's like the Chilling Reigns of the Pokemon. You got the Fusion Strikes of the world. You got the Astral Radiance of the world. Those are like short term gains in a short term period. You should have bought those boxes when they were down at like $90 a box. Now they're sitting at 140, 150 a box, right? I think it's too late to buy Chilling Reign or buy Astral Radiance or Fusion Strike. I think those sets are too late. It's too expensive, right? Maybe Lost Origins. I think Lost Origins is a little too expensive right now. I think Silver Tempest is a little too expensive. Should have bought those when they were at 115 a box, 110 a box, right? And you just have to pay attention to the public sentiment because people love Evolving Skies, right? So it's not too late to buy Evolving Skies. You know, Evolving Skies 5 years from now, people are still going to want to crack open Evolving Skies 5 years from now. You know that with certainty. You don't know where the price is going to go, but you know with certainty that people will be willing to open up Evolving Skies 5 years from now. That's a guarantee. You got to pay attention to the public sentiment on every single set that comes out, right? You got to be able to put every set in different categories of tiers. Not every set is going to appreciate the same way as one another, right? Look at the Sword and Shield base set. The base set's worth $250. Do you think most people want to buy Sword and Shield base set at $250 for a booster box? No, because no one was that thrilled with Sword and Shield base set when it came out in 2016. Nobody was thrilled about it, right? That was public sentiment. You got to get public sentiment from every single set. The way you do that, you do research. You go on YouTube. You see how many people get, or you see how these big YouTubers have huge YouTube channels. Follow those channels. Look at the comment sections. Look how many thumbs up those videos get. Look how many views those videos get. Understand the public sentiment, right? Hell, you want to open up your own booster box and see if you like the set yourself too? If you liked it and other people like it, most likely it's going to appreciate very well long term. Think about it, right? Evolving Skies, I think right now, I would still buy Evolving Skies right now because I think long term, people are still going to want to open the box. People are still going to want to open up Evolving Skies 5 years from now, right? 10 years from now, right? I think Evolving Skies is a great long term hold. And the people that bought the Evolving Skies the time it was the cheapest when it first came out, which was probably what, $100, 105, 110, right? And now it's in almost near $400 2.5 years later, right? That's when public sentiment of studying the public sentiment would have been a great thing as an investor to understand if people like this set and if it's something that you want to invest in long term, right? And my main message right now is to basically you should be able to invest. You should actually invest in most Pokemon sets, but not hold them at the same times. There's times you have to dump it. Those are the short term ones. Chilling Reign, Astral Radiance, Fusion Strike's a great example in my opinion. Those are great. Those sets are good. I'm not saying those sets suck, right? In my opinion, no, there's no such thing as one set that sucks, right? The time Sword and Shield, the Sword and Shield base set that came out, 2016, when the box was probably worth like maybe like when it went down to its all-time low, it was like maybe like $75 probably for a booster box, $80. Now it's $250. No one's gonna buy at $250, but the person that bought the box at $80 at the time, and it went up to $150, and then dumped it, people were willing to probably buy that box at the time for $150. Is someone willing to buy that at $250 right now? Nope, probably not, because it's not a sought after box. Does it mean the set sucks? No. It's just everyone has a buyout price for themselves. No one wants to spend $250 on a Sword and Shield set. Do you think in 4 years from now, Evolving Skies, once it's anywhere from $800 to $1,000, 4 or 5 years from now, do you think people are willing to spend $1,000 on Evolving Skies booster box to open it? You're damn right. People are going to still want to open that, regardless if it's $400 now or $1,000 5 years from now. All right, I'm not doing any price predictions, but the likelihood of someone wanting to open a more expensive box 5 years from now is likely to happen because people love this stuff. People love the Evolving Skies booster box. People love the set. It's a it's a great product. Keep that in mind when you're investing. Understand the people that are opening this, right? You should not just blindly just collect all these sets and hold on and have a either there's two mistakes that investors do. They either buy all this stuff and expect the turnaround to happen within months, which does not happen, right? It's going to dip for a while and it's going to stay dip for a bit, and then it starts going up in price depending like what the supply is, how yeah, depending on what the supply is, how bad people want it, and if it's a good set or not, right? All that stems from public sentiment on each set, right? So understand the demographic for every single set and accordingly buy at the price that you think is going to be a decent price for you, hold for however long you need to hold for, then sell. I think Evolve in Skies is still a good product to buy right now because someone's still going to want to open that 5 years from now if it goes up to that, like if it basically hits $1,000, if the box goes to $1,000, it can go up more, right? We don't know, but it's definitely going to be more expensive 5 years from now than it is right now. And is someone still going to be willing to open that more expensive box 5 years from now as opposed to right now? It wouldn't be a difference. People are still going to want to spend $200, $300, $400 more 5 years from now and still open it. They won't open it now. They're going to want to open it then. So that's my thing about Pokemon investments. You know, you have to be able to short-term hold, long-term hold. Okay. Like I said, my examples were Chilling Reign, Astral Radiance, Fusion Strikes. Those are too late to buy, in my opinion. But if you would have bought at the time, it was like, you know, those went down to like, their all-time lows, which was like 90, 85, $80, held onto it and then sell it right now, you're sitting at a very good spot right now, right? Because you're probably going to gain like 30% per box. You sell them off on TGG Player or eBay, right? So just keep that in mind, guys. I just wanted to come on here and just make that video for you guys. Thank you for staying on for this long in this video. I appreciate the support. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good rest of your Monday, guys. Take it easy.